Welcome to another episode of Stock List. Before we get into the video, we want you to quickly go down and subscribe to the video because about 60% of you guys just watch the video without subscribing. Cool. Done? Done. What are we talking about today, Mike?
So today we're talking about the latest fashion trends. Personally, I'm not a fan of them, but it is what it is. We're talking about Crocs.
Jeez.
So for those who don't know what Crocs are an American lifestyle footwear company. They're based in Colorado at the moment. An example of people who usually wear Crocs before they blew up are medical professionals.
Nurses and that.
Yeah, but nowadays, Bob and his dog is wearing Crocs.
Not me. That's interesting. So Crocs make the clogs that you've seen, the foam clogs that you've seen, the funny looking shoes that everyone, well, shoes/slippers that everyone seems to be wearing now.
Have you got a pair?
Nope.
Do you intend to buy a pair?
Nope.
Okay.
All right, we move. So Crocs is currently listed on the NASDAQ as CROX. That's the ticker, CROX. The current price is $141. The 52-week low was 36 and the 52-week high is 147. So currently, the stock price is very close to the 52-week high.
And you know what we say about that? If it's trading too high, avoid for now.
That's that with the formalities. We're going to go into the pros and cons. And before we do that, we're going to give you the disclaimer because nobody wants to get sued.
That's it.
That's it. So,
Okay.
Mike.
So, we're not financial analysts.
Nope.
We're not financial advisors.
Nope.
Take everything we say with a pinch of salt,
Maggie,
paprika.
anything in the kitchen.
That's it.
All right.
So, we're going to hit you up with a couple of pros.
So, pro number one about the Crocs, their product, their main product, which is the clog, is the fact that it's very affordable and it's very comfortable. An example of people that use them are nurses who have to do like 12-hour shifts. So, of course, they want to, and they're usually on their feet, innit?
Yeah.
They're walking around a massive hospital, so they want to be comfortable.
You can't wear Jordan 1s on your shift.
Jesus Christ. Probably could, but you have a lot of corns and bunions on your toes.
It's true.
Yeah, so Crocs are very comfortable. They have holes in them, so like air passes through, so you don't end up with stinky feet as well. it's that real.
It's true.
Bottom line is, it's actually a good product.
Yeah, and
Do you know what I'm
price as
saying?
well is around
It's
20,
very
£30.
Okay,
Yeah.
decent.
Yeah.
Very decent.
Point number two is the fact that I feel like Crocs have got it right with their influencer marketing. So they've got the likes of Nicki Minaj and Justin Bieber who have been heavily involved in marketing these Crocs that you see several people wearing nowadays. The minute that Nicki Minaj wore her pink Crocs on Instagram, it sold out in minutes.
One time.
And I feel like Crocs have moved away from a shoe that working professionals were used to wearing to now casual footwear. You see people wearing them to go to the shop, and you see people bantering and saying that if they want to get somewhere quickly, they just put it in sports mode by putting the buckle on the top.
That's hilarious. I didn't even know that.
So,
I think.
yeah, that's what it is nowadays. Is casual shoes, whereas before you just see nurses and
Yeah. It wasn't cool. Like,
it wasn't cool.
Yeah, it wasn't
to
cool.
me personally, it's still not cool. But
Yeah,
if you
but who
catch
are
me
we?
wearing it, don't judge me.
Just following the trend, for the culture.
Never say never.
Never say never. It's the realness. The third pro for the stock is the fact that in the past 2 years, the financials have been really strong. The financial growth has been really strong. So, for example, the profits have gone up from 2019 to 2020 from 119 million to 312 million. That's more than times two. That's more than a doubling. Do you understand? And if we want to include the year before that, it was a minus 69 million
So that
profit
was in 2018.
in 2018. So they've really jumped into from the red to the green into the evergreen. Do you know what I'm saying? So they're really flying right now, and that's a massive positive.
Again, that links into the influencer marketing that we was talking about
Exactly.
earlier. Yeah, and also as well the rise of TikTok. Nowadays, if you got a TikTok account and someone is wearing something, if that thing blows on TikTok, everyone's gonna end up
that's
wearing it or going to the place that you're promoting.
Once anything to do with your business becomes a TikTok challenge, it's all over. You've won.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So that's enough about the pros. Obviously, over here we don't tell you to just buy something without looking at the cons. So we're gonna go straight into con number one, and it's the fact that it's trading too high at the moment, way too high. If their low was 36, like we said, and their high was $147, and they're currently trading at 141. It doesn't take a genius or Einstein to realize that 141 is very close to $147. So for now, if I was someone who liked the pros, I would keep Crocs on my watch list. I wouldn't dive into Crocs right now because it's simply too high, and you never know whether or not it's gonna drop. In the short term.
It's gonna average itself out
Average
again
itself,
and
yeah.
go back towards the middle.
That's it.
Yeah. Con number 2 is also a financial point. It's the fact that their cash on hand is very close or even less than their current liabilities. So if they were ever to end up in a spot of bother, an emergency, something happens and they need to pull out all their cash to settle their current liabilities, it will be a struggle and they could end up in the red.
That's what you call a big mess up.
It's a big mess up. It's a big problem.
That one is a big problem.
Yeah.
Because how can you not have access to cash
Ready.
ready?
Yeah. Given an example of this con, in 2020, their total not their total liabilities, but their current liabilities was about 291 million. However, their cash on hand was only 137 million. So that's 100 million over. Imagine there's $100 million problem right now. They're in the red. Do you know what I'm saying?
Your current assets, you can't actually get rid of them straight away. You need to find a buyer for your current
Yeah,
assets.
you need to make them liquid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It also even depends here on what kind of current assets you have.
Yeah, because it
as
might
well.
be an intangible asset.
Exactly.
It might be your name. You can't just sell your name like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's a risk. Basically, they need to get their cash reserves up.
My issue is that can they sustain this level of net income growth?
Yeah.
Because all it takes is something else to come into the market, and everyone's going to move on to that product.
Of course.
When you've got something that's only really blown up during COVID, where a lot of people have a lot of time on their hands to look at social media and see what's trending, to me that's a bit of a problem.
It's a risk.
It's a risk. You shouldn't be relying on social media alone just to make your thing blow, because Crocs have been around for quite some time now.
Years, bro.
And
That's what their financials have looked like over the years.
Financials are looking like this now is a problem, and you can't keep paying Nicki Minaj or Justin
Yeah,
Bieber to
yeah,
promote it, because those people, they cost money.
Yeah, therefore. They need to do their marketing budget would have to be a mad thing.
Exactly.
It's that simple.
Exactly. So if we go into their growth strategy at the moment, so the growth strategy is basically to break into the Asian market, and especially China. And
they've been paying off all the celebs over there.
What's the
to market their stuff?
Yeah, pretty much.
What's the Korean one? The K-pop one.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is it BTS?
I was it's BTS. I was gonna say B5. Yeah, BTS.
They will charge money.
It's gonna be a lot.
Money.
It's gonna be a lot.
So, anyway, so that's our pros and cons of Crocs. So, like I said earlier, we're not biased over here. We won't tell you go and buy or avoid. We'll give you like both pros and cons.
Yeah, but so what's your rating?
So my rating for this stock personally is probably, what we doing out of 5?
Yeah,
probably a 2. I'll be honest with you.
Wow.
Yeah.
No trust.
Nah. I'll tell you why. I'll give you 2 quick points as to why. Firstly, I'm not a fan of the fact that their CEO, when we looked into the CEO, he is on a salary of 10 million a year, and his
some serious compensation.
It's mad, isn't it?
Serious
and
compensation.
the person underneath him is on 4 million.
Yeah, it's nuts. Just numbers. They're just throwing away money.
Throwing away money. Yeah. Like if you value employees, pay them what they're
worth as well.
Worth.
I guess. Yeah. That could be a point. Yeah, I get that.
My point number 2 would be that in our last episodes, or second to last episode, we spoke about ETFs, and we spoke about Vanguard. Vanguard have a share of, they own a share of Crocs. So me personally, if I wanted to own Crocs as a company, I would invest in Vanguard's ETF.
Okay.
I feel like is a safer option, because Vanguard would have invested in several companies, not just Crocs itself.
Not just Crocs itself, yeah.
And that saves me the hassle of thinking, when should I sell? When should I buy? Vanguard
is still that.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
How about you?
So yeah, from the points you've made, I was actually going to say 3, but I'll probably come down to like a 2 as well. Simply because I believe that based on looking at their financials for the past couple years, not the past 2 years, the years before that, they haven't really been strong.
Yeah.
And I believe they could end up back there because fashion is very trendy.
Yeah.
You know, you could be high right now and next thing you know, you'll be down. So it's quite risky. So I personally probably won't be looking in that direction.
Would you consider it going down the ETF route?
Oh yeah, definitely ETF because obviously your money's spread out.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I wouldn't go down the ETF route just because I want to own
Crocs.
Croc stock.
Of course.
Yeah, so that's the situation. We hope you enjoyed the episode. Is there anything you want to add?
No, just tell your mum and your auntie, and your uncle and granddad to subscribe to our channel, please.
And that's it. We'll see you on the next one.